All right, King Wavy here with Dan at the cribbo, late night talking.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
We're gonna be playing a little thing called Topic Roulette here.
Roulette.
It's roulette. I like to make my T's silent. I like to make the T's. Yeah. I like to make them silent.
No one in America has ever said that in the history of the word.
Fuck America. Dude, speaking of America, the funniest thing happened at work the other night, bro. So you know how, like, before we close, right? They come on the intercom and they say, yo, we're closing in 10 minutes, right? You know that foreign guy that always comes in with the same cap every day? He works in the front.
Yes.
And you know how he's always blurting out America? Like, randomly, during a conversation you're having with him, he's like, America. And I'm like, yes, that's the country we live in.
He calls you America.
Yeah, dude. This guy was like, all right, shoppers, we're closing in 5 minutes, so just bring your stuff to the front. And, America.
You didn't even say thank you, America?
No, just America.
Thank you, America.
He loves this country, but he's not even from here. It's pretty obvious.
No, it's not because he loves this country. I mean, yeah, maybe, but...
Well, okay, what is it?
Okay, so, like, have you seen that robot movie that came out? It's not Murphy or...
Chappie?
Chappie.
There we go. Murphy?
I didn't know
that was nowhere
called.
Near it.
It had a Y in the end. That's all I knew.
It's IE, actually.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Not even the right letter. Okay,
yeah, look at you.
Chappie, there's one American character. The rest of them are foreigners, like from somewhere besides America.
Okay.
Obviously. And they call him America. That's sort of like his identifying characteristic.
They call Chappie America.
No, the one American character.
Oh, they call... Oh, okay.
Besides,
he's representing...
Yeah.
Like America, what do you think of this situation?
That's exactly what
okay.
So in foreign countries, that's kind of a thing.
So how is he referencing that when he's using it in a conversation with me?
He's calling you, your nickname, America.
So this guy just called the whole grocery store America.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look it up in context.
Dude, I died. I was blocking, stocking stuff, and I just completely died.
The first time he said it to me, I died too.
But it's the fact he said it on an intercom. I didn't expect that. Like,
to everyone in the whole store, customers.
Yeah. Okay. But it's pretty obvious not everyone in there is American. But anyways, back to this, bro.
Funny. All right.
So basically, topic. I'm gonna say roulette. I don't care what you say.
Good little intro.
Yeah. But we're still recording, so let's keep going.
So okay, what is topic roulette?
Topic roulette is basically I got my computer here, my little laptop, my little Lenovo. Not a popular brand, but it gets the job done. And
special.
I just gotta click this button, and it's gonna give us a random topic, and we just gotta go. Just talk about it. Improv.
Like it.
This whole thing is totally improv.
Okay.
So this first one, we're looking at which is the last movie you saw. So what's the last movie you saw?
Oh, that's easy. I saw Star Trek.
Star Trek
came out. Yeah.
That was the last movie you saw?
Yeah.
I don't think this just means in the theaters. I think this means in general.
Yeah.
In Netflix and everything.
I haven't watched movies since then.
I
lost my friend's Netflix password, so I'm stuck with real movies.
Fire Stick for the win. Amazon Fire Stick. Gotta get you one, bro.
Dude, I'm down with lo-fi right now.
Lo-fi? Never heard of that.
Lo-fi, like not having too much electronics.
Oh, yeah. I always wanted to do that.
Because I just moved. I don't have like a ton of stuff.
Yeah, you're kind of contradicting this whole thing right here.
No,
we're doing
I had to invite you over to have a podcast.
Right? You're contradicting.
So that's what I like about it. Like, I can have an outside place.
Oh, you don't have it at your fingertips. Yeah, okay.
So
well, that's, I like that.
Yeah.
So you saw Star Trek. Wait, Star Wars.
Okay. No.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
Right, and this was the movie theater one?
It was like 4 days ago.
Oh, this was in the movie theaters?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I didn't see that. How was it?
It wasn't as good as the first two, but I enjoyed it.
You didn't enjoy it?
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
For sure. I mean, the effects, the computers these days can like crank out the particle effects that are just massive.
And they used to have a TV show of that, right?
Oh my gosh.
It ran for years.
Yes. My God.
It's so old school.
Not one TV show. They had like 4, dude.
Okay, well, dude, I'm 20, so...
relax on this naivete.
Yeah.
You showing your age, bro.
All right.
Can you even name any of those?
I just know it's Star Trek. That's it.
Star Trek.
They have subtitle names.
Next Generation.
Oh, they have
Deep Space Nine.
Okay,
I love those shows.
I
they were
don't
really
know
good
anything
writing.
about that.
Voyager was maxed out.
I just remember pointy ears and colorful uniforms. To be honest, I sound very.
Hey, there's no, you know what? No hate, because it wasn't like, you kind of have to have a a corner interest. I don't know
Into
how to
space?
No, like there's a small group of people that really love Star Trek that you would probably not be a part of.
Oh, okay. I get
mean,
what you're saying.
I don't want to just like delve into the fact that like there's a term for it, Trekkies and everything. Yeah. But like you're definitely not a Trekkie. I wouldn't expect you to know about the old shows, but they're really good and I liked them. I'm not even like a super fan or anything.
I can't even promise you that I would get into it when I walk out of your house tonight. I can't promise you that.
No. And I wouldn't expect that.
Yeah.
It's like when my parents would be like, "Yo, Lassie was such a good show. You should totally go home and watch." I'd be like, "No."
Oh, what was that? What is it?
60s black and white show.
Yeah. There was what was that? Lucy? Something Lucy. That's a pretty old
Lucy
show.
I'm Home? Yeah, that was The Honeymooners, I think.
Okay.
Oh, another black and white one. Classic.
Well, the last movie I saw...
that was I Love Lucy, dude.
Yeah.
I
just agree with you.
Raging right now.
Yeah.
They're like shouting at their speakers.
Right? They hate us right now. They probably exit out this video.
Honeymooners, were you crazy?
Yeah. I'm just going with you because I don't know these shows, so I agreed.
Like, to the moon is what his line was. And
Wavy
it was implied like hitting his wife, which is ridiculous, dude. That was so dumb. He'd like shake his fist at his wife. He's like, to the moon! Like he was going to punch her out.
Family Guy parody.
That was like 50. Like that's horrible.
Yeah. Talk about domestic violence.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So the last movie I saw was Gone Girl. Fucking amazing.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Fucking amazing.
Tell me about that.
Yo, you have to watch. You have to watch. The female actor, it was Ben Affleck, and it was this female actor who I never even heard of, but she's British. And I simply loved her, bro. She had the beauty and the acting skills, bro. I love that movie.
So when did it come out? You said it was...
2014 is when it came out.
Oh, man. I should know more about this.
Yeah, it's like a psychological... I can't even say that.
Psychological thriller?
Thriller. There we go.
All right.
That, bro. It was, like, you could not predict it, and I love that. If you can't predict the movie, then it's automatically pretty good.
Yeah. Does that mean you're a terrible predictor, or that it was?
No, I'm really great, but the movie was I'm really good at predicting movies, but it was so good that I couldn't predict it. That's how good it was.
Okay.
Yeah. Gone Girl.
For me, I'm gonna read the. I'm just gonna skim over the premise really quick. Former New York writer. I don't recognize this. Oh, I don't even know if I saw a preview for it, but that's cool. Yeah. It's one I gotta put on the list then to watch.
And I'm not a big Ben Affleck fan, but he did his thing right there.
Dude, he's making a comeback with Batman. I think his popularity is like barely reaching 2 now.
Popularity-wise, yes.
0?
No, he was not at 0. He's a respectable actor. He's not at 0.
Yeah, but you're talking about the population thinking he's legit.
Yeah.
What would you have rated him out of 10? Before this movie came out.
Before Gone Girl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I would have gave him not a high. I would probably say a 7.
And did Batman bump it up?
Hell yeah.
See?
But not because he's a great actor, but just the fact that it's Batman. I honestly preferred Christian Bale. I love Christian Bale as Batman.
You liked his performance though, right?
It was,
in general, people say that was the best part of the movie. The fact that he filled that role very well.
Yeah.
Which I totally agree with. Like, his score for me in general, the Ben Affleck meter went from 5 to, like you said, 7 or 8. Because he pulled
just off that one ass movie.
Yeah, dude. He just.
Well, Gone Girl's a bit different. It's not. The acting is he didn't need to act at a high level to make the movie that good. Because, like I said, it's a thriller, so. It's just a role. He just
needed to play a regular, like a human?
Yeah, basically, yeah. He just needs to act
carry himself well.
Act like a 30-year-old, a Caucasian, married.
I really wonder about that kind of stuff. Does that take a good actor to play a movie like that?
I don't, because that's everyday life, though. I don't really think so.
This is my theory about that. You kind of have to like the person. They play themselves, and you either like that person or you hate them. Because like there was this 80s and 90s actor named Kevin Costner. He was legendary for just being himself, and directors and producers just plucking him out of his life and showing him on camera in some other person's life as a movie character. So he had this movie called The Postman that he was Kevin Costner basically. The Field of Dreams. That was his first breakout role where he just played himself and everyone fell in love with Kevin Costner.
Wow, I never heard of him.
And from then on, he did like 10 movies for like 20 years.
He's alive right now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He just did a miniseries they put on TV called something like The McCranes and the McAllisters.
Right.
It's a Family Feud old Western movie, which is really good.
My grandma would love that. Shout out to G-Ma. All right, we got to move on to the next topic.
All right.
Because we spent a lot on that one. So... It's spinning. Do you like spicy food?
Dude, I love spicy food.
You love spicy food?
Yeah.
You grew up with spicy food?
No, there's a story behind it.
Okay.
So,
Short and sweet.
I didn't care for the pain, honestly. I hated it. Mm-hmm. My friend would be like, yo, the pain is actually the good part. Well, I went into Firehouse Subs and tried every single freaking bottle they had, basically. I was determined to just do it. Because I was feeling reckless. My friends were taking too much time ordering subs, so I just went down the line and ate them all. Yeah. Or tried them all.
You tried all these subs? Yeah. How did you try all these subs?
No, the sauces.
Oh, the sauces.
I just put it on something and just tasted each one.
Right.
Well, I walked out of there high as a kite, dude.
Off of spice.
The endorphins will make
that
you
is fucking hilarious.
Fly.
Yes, you got high off of hot sauce. That's what it is.
You get high
that's
off
new.
Of it. No, it's actually science. Like, your brain starts to fire off enzymes. It's a similar feeling to being like stimulant, like having some kind of stimulant.
Scientifically,
that's adrenaline or whatever.
That's interesting.
So yeah, that was my. And then ever since then, it's been like maybe 8 years, 10 years since that happened, and I love it. Like,
you're accustomed to it now.
Yeah, stuff in my whatever bland food I have, and feel that little.
I feel like we're gonna have a bunch of kids trying to get high off of spices now.
Yeah, it's good for you. There's so many health benefits to spicy food.
Well, as a Caribbean kid, I kind of grew up with spice, you know.
Whoa, where are you from?
I was born in America, but my mom is from Jamaica.
Oh, that's legitimate, dude.
Yeah, so they're all about spicy foods. My sisters, they use it now in their cooking, and I'm honestly not a big fan. Like, I don't run towards it, but if it's on the plate, I'm eating it.
Okay.
But generally, I never pour hot sauce on my food.
I literally take hot sauce and put it on a spoon and just eat it.
No, that's not me.
I'll walk in the door and be like, oh, bottle of hot sauce. Nice. Pam. Right in my mouth.
You're ready for action.
It feels good.
You should be on that show, Man vs. Food, then.
It's like ghost pepper sauce. I have some right over there.
Yeah, I bet you.
I'm serious. It's really good.
Alrighty, spinning the wheel. Do you believe in ghosts, the supernatural, the paranormal?
Oh, man, this is a big topic for me, bro.
Oh, my God. Because you're religious, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Definitely.
Dan's religious, guys,
yeah,
so...
Look out.
If you're religious as well, don't get your feelings hurt. Yeah.
Let's go.
This is Russian Roulette. He didn't know this was coming.
I don't care. I'm pretty relaxed about the whole thing.
All right, tackle it, bro. Take it down.
All right, well, when it comes to ghosts... Usually, they're talking about what comes to mind in the pop culture sense is people referring to the Scooby-Doo type of ghosts, or Casper the Friendly Ghost, where there's like a white outline of something. Yeah. You can kind of make out two eyes.
An entity.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
And wavy. And it goes, it's kind of scary, right? Yeah. That's the pop culture concept.
Right.
Well, I definitely have not experienced any of that before.
Mm-hmm. I don't think anyone would.
Like visual apparitions or whatever the words are. I don't know. That's not my experience. What I've experienced is, like, things that are, unexplained, but are probably a specific being interacting with things or people. So like stories about people in situations where they should have died but they didn't, and the theory is, well, an angel saved them. Mm-hmm. And I can't prove it because I haven't had too many experiences with actual beings, angels or demons, but I've definitely been close to people who have no superstitious tendencies that I have ever experienced with them. Mm-hmm. I mean, they don't come off as superstitious at all, but they're like, no, yeah, this really happened. Like, something bad maybe. Because I come from I used to live on an island too, an island country, Papua New Guinea.
Okay.
And
wait, say it again?
Papua New Guinea.
And what country is this in?
That is the country. It's the biggest tropical island in the world. It's just north of Australia.
Okay, all right. So way over there.
Yes,
right.
On the South Pacific. It's actually on the equator. But yeah, there's a lot of natives there, and a lot of spiritualism involves like calling.
That's usually
powers.
where that happens. That supernatural stuff is where people are. Yeah.
And there's stories of them actually having visual elements come out, like demons actually showing themselves. But that's not as common as just like drawing powers from the dark side, and like you can definitely feel a vibe when you walk into certain places.
Yeah.
Like it's sort of like how they describe in like Ghost Hunters or wherever, where there's like a chill, or a cold feeling or feeling of dread. That is actually a thing. And like it's places where people have actually done ceremonies and done calling of beings and powers,
right,
and doing rituals and scary stuff. And
so
actually,
did you grow up seeing this? You grew up seeing this?
Yeah. Not in my town. We lived in one place, but people would travel in and out of our area from more tribal areas.
Oh, okay.
And so we hear a lot of stories, and people bring in a lot of things. Like someone had like someone stuck like a voodoo element in under their house, and there was like snakes that like just everywhere all the time. They couldn't get rid of the snakes until someone came in and they were like, "There's something under your floorboards. Did you know about this?"
Wow.
Or it's between their floor and the ground underneath the foundation.
Yeah.
And like, look at this. It's all wrapped in vines and stuff and like leaves.
Yeah, that's voodoo though. That's voodoo.
Yeah, but that's the name of it from the Caribbean. They didn't call it that. It was witchcraft. They used the term witchcraft.
Yeah.
And it was.
But you're straying away from the topic, because right now we're talking about ghosts and entities. That's not really. Yeah, that's a separate topic.
I believe that's a being that brought in that power and influenced snakes.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Or negative vibes. Mm-hmm. They actually were there, like the places of burial or the places of ceremony. There are more presences of danger and power in those areas than others. So I believe in ghosts, and I believe that they're actually angels and demons.
Huh.
So there's actually a spiritual, like the Holy Ghost is actually a term that's very commonly used in religion too.
I hear it a lot. Yeah.
So there's that.
Well, my answer is pretty similar to yours, like almost 90%. Like, I definitely grew up hearing these experiences like you, but I just can't say that I do believe, because I'm a type of person where I base a lot of things on facts, and I like to see things for myself.
Yeah.
And if I don't experience it for myself, then I just can't say that I agree with it. So,
like, you haven't run into someone that's absolutely convincing though, and you're like, oh
no,
man,
I don't mean it in that sense. I mean it has to happen to me to believe it. Like, my best friend can tell me he's seen it, and I'll say, okay, I believe in you for support because that's my best friend. But if I don't see it with my eyes, then it's not believable. Yeah. So it has to happen to me. That's the type of person I am. So I'm gonna say no. When I was a kid, I used to tell my mom I seen things, but I was a kid, so, and it doesn't happen to me now, so I can't really say I believe in ghosts. No.
They say kids experience a lot more of that stuff too.
Yeah, actually. But what is that behind? Is they're trying to say that kids, like, the eyes are more sensitive to seeing that kind of stuff, or
it's
what?
It's not just their eyes; they're more vulnerable to things. They're more
kind of like how dogs. Like in horror movies, when dogs bark at...
Maybe, yeah.
Is that what you're trying to compare it to?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So and as you get older, you just kind of lose it or something? Yeah, you
get, like, jaded and more, like... Your senses are more... not as keen, like...
Yeah, keen is the word. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You were saying it. You were right.
Not as sharp, I guess.
All right.
That's my thinking, anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, next topic. Spin the wheel. What was the name of that show with that old guy? Where he gives out a bunch of prizes when you spin the wheel, something like that.
Oh my gosh.
I can't.
There are
remember the
two
name.
shows that you're probably thinking of.
Yeah.
One's Wheel of Fortune,
No.
and the other one is The Price is Right.
There we go.
Dude, what
The
is
Price
wrong
Right.
with you?
No, because every time I click this button, I think of that big ass wheel that
now
you.
I'm happy that you even heard of the show Star Trek
Yeah.
based on that. Oh
right?
my God.
I know something, right?
Yeah. Where's
That's-
that one show?
I get a couple.
There was actually like, every game show had a wheel, to be honest, in those days.
Yeah, but those were the popular ones. Yeah.
No, those were the two big ones. You're
So,
right.
couple cool points for So Wavy. Moving on, it says, "What is your favorite dish?"
Oh my gosh. Okay. You want to go first?
You think
on
I'm
this
making up these or what?
one? I'm still laughing about the Wheel of Fortune.
Oh
and The
yeah,
Price
man.
is
You know I
Right.
had to redeem myself, man. I had to
Alright.
come up.
Alright.
So, all right, you want me to go? My favorite dish would have to be. I'm gonna go with salmon, bro. I am a big fish eater, and I specifically love salmon. Saute it, get some shiitake mushrooms on that bad boy, and some lemon
Wow.
butter on there. Yeah, man, I love.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that
I used to
sounds
work in a
good.
5-star restaurant, so you can bet. I'm not even gonna lie. I stole a lot of salmon. Like if they ordered it and people just changed the order or something, I ate that son of a bitch.
It was gone.
Yeah, that was not trash to me.
Because it would go straight in the waistband.
You know how much
right?
omega-3 that is?
Oh, I know. I've heard it's
You know how
good
much
for
fish
you.
oil that is? Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I love salmon.
Well, that's
my
cool that you
favorite dish.
mentioned that because I actually made like a massive slab of salmon like
Yeah.
2 days ago. I actually vlogged it.
Really?
Yeah.
You vlogged? Did
Yeah.
you vlog you making it, or
Yeah.
you vlogged the final product?
I've not it actually on the grill, but just before and after.
Yeah, and I know they have different type of salmons. Like they have a pink salmon, Alaskan salmon, right?
Yeah, I mean,
But
I don't
it's
know
all just
variations at all. I don't know
Oh.
much about it, but
Well, I
the
love
guy
it,
at
so I
the
kinda
store
get it.
was like, "Yo, you gotta have this. It's on sale," and I was like,
Yeah.
"I'm looking for salmon, so hit me up."
and
And it was good, dude.
Yeah, salmon.
Yeah.
I can't. It never gets old to me, man.
It's huge and
I can eat it
beautiful.
all day.
Oh my gosh, it looks so gourmet off the grill.
Yeah,
Oof.
grill. But I prefer saute because when you grill it, it kind of dries up. It kind of dries it
I
out
got
a
it.
bit.
I got it perfectly off that. They said to watch it. Dude, my stepdad warned me about that
Yeah.
flakiness that happens.
Yeah.
He's like 4 minutes tops.
You can't overcook that dish, or else it's
No.
just not the same.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, your
So,
turn, buddy.
I was thinking, this is random to me because I don't think of myself as this way, but I like a gumbo. I like a good
You
gumbo.
like gumbo?
Yeah, like throw a bunch of stuff in a bowl and let me eat
Yeah.
it, dude. Cause like there's no
Throw stuff a bunch in a bowl. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
it's
basically
all right
that's
there.
basically what gumbo is.
casseroles.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just like a big pile of food that you don't have to think about.
You just eat it.
Put
Just
it in your mouth.
Yeah.
And gumbo's got the spice.
Don't ask me
dude.
the ingredients. Just eat this.
It's got like amazing taste. Like they've enriched that stuff
Yeah.
with something like uranium. Or I don't know what.
You love gumbo. Well, you'll
Yeah.
love. Okay, so my little sister, right? She's like 18, and the first dish she mastered was gumbo. Just because of that simple
Yes.
fact that you stated that you can throw anything in that bitch,
Is
and
it
it will
that
taste
how
good.
it goes? Like I don't know how you like.
Well,
Is
obviously,
there no form? There's like
there's really no limits, but of course, you want to use common sense and put 2 and 2 together.
yeah. There's some
like you don't want to
general
throw a banana
items
in there
that
with
you-
salmon.
Yeah, you use.
you
Because
don't
I
want
know
to do
there's
that
like
shit.
shrimp and sausage. That is
Yeah,
common.
yeah.
Like,
I'm not too familiar with the dish because I don't really eat it often unless she cooks it. But
Yeah.
she mastered it, and yeah.
and there's like more soupy versions and there's
Yeah.
isn't it rice?
Well, I'm used to the soupy versions. I don't ever heard of rice.
Okay, what's usually the main?
Like the main
Is it
gumbo
pasta
I've
thing?
eaten in my life, which was from like 2 people, it's usually in soup form.
Yeah, I guess it usually is. So
Yeah, I
it's
never
not
heard of
something
rice.
you can use a spoon and put on a plate. You usually use it in a bowl.
Bowl, yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
It's like a stew.
Yeah,
A Caribbean
exactly.
hot stew.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was surprised. Well, you grew up on an island, so I'm pretty sure gumbo is like your thing down there, right?
No, like they had sweet potato was their main native.
The sweet potato, the
Literally.
famous sweet potato.
Thousands of people ate potatoes.
Yeah, I love sweet
yams.
Yeah, you know about
Oh.
yams? Wow.
Yeah, dude. That's all they ate.
Yeah.
That was what they call the staple food.
Wow,
over
these
there.
countries are very similar. All right, next topic. Woo, 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 woo. What is your favorite? I love this one. I already love it. What is your favorite music genre?
Hey,
This
this is a good
real-
one to end
it's
on.
hard.
How far are we going now?
Dude,
Because I think
we're 25 minutes in.
That's a good topic, dude. Let's wrap it up with this one.
All right, here we go. What is your
Um,
favorite music genre?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
'Cause it's
I have a
really hard
unique.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for me. I listen to
Dude,
everything,
the
bro.
internet generation, it's just totally wiped out specific music tastes.
Really?
Yeah, people used to be country western, rock and roll, or rap.
Yeah.
That was it. There
Okay.
was no cross
And now which
culturalization.
Yeah.
So now
that-
the internet came up the last 10 years, dude. That's wiped all that out. Everyone's just like, well, I don't know, I listen to pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Because they can access everything, and they realize like their taste was too specific to be biased. So I think that's actually pretty cool. I think that's happening with a lot of things too. Like relationally, people are accepting other kinds of people.
Right,
a lot
yeah.
more.
The world is evolving slowly
Yeah.
but surely.
Kids these days are a little more accepting of people that are different.
Yeah. And
So-
cultures are mixing, like you said.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely that. But I'm excited about the younger generations like not having like real meanness because someone's different.
Yeah,
It's definitely like people still react to it,
of course.
but there's
And
less
I think there will
bullying in
always be,
school.
no matter how much the world evolves, there's always going to be, that few.
like, you're different than me, so
Yeah.
I'm
Fuck
not
you.
sure what to do with that.
I'm not sure what
It's
to do
either
with
gonna
you.
be hate, awkwardness, or
Yeah.
just
But your favorite
avoidance.
genre, bro. I want to hear this. What's your favorite genre?
All right, so even despite the internet thing, I have I found a new genre a couple of years ago that I can truly latch onto as part of me because I grew up to figuring out music in the 80s. That's when I really came to came to music.
Okay.
So as an 80s baby, an 80s kid, I was born like in that era. I learned about synth music by just hearing it on the radio in the background.
Say it again.
As a-
Synth?
like synthesizer music.
Okay. All right.
And some of the biggest pop bands were using synthesizers, and I got super into bands like Tears for Fears and The Police used synths in a lot of their albums, and I got hooked. Police Ghost in the Machine, which is a huge throwback. Duran Duran. I mean, it went up into the 90s with EMF and a lot of like dance. Like you can call it EDM now, but a lot of the dance music back then, just that really thick synthesizer music that you can't get with anything else. And so what happened a couple of years ago is a lot of people wanted to go back to that synth sound, and they started making it themselves in the form of like music or movie soundtrack tunes. So stuff you'd hear in like TV shows like Miami Vice and like Airwolf. In action movies, like in horror films, all this stuff brought this new genre where people would start making these hot tracks based on what they listened to when they were kids.
Wow.
So I like, I guess there's a couple of names for it: retro, future wave, synth pop was the original genre. So that's what I've been getting into. I've been listening to that straight for about 3 or 4 years.
Straight as in nothing else?
Yeah,
or?
like I'll listen to other things. Like I like a nice boom bap, like 90s hip hop track, instrumental or whatever.
Yeah, a little NWA.
Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But besides like the random stuff, like I'm definitely not in the metal or country or whatever. It's definitely EDM or synth music. So that's me. And I'm ready to branch out. Like, I'm waiting for the next thing.
Always.
But I haven't found it. Like,
Always.
It's just not there. I don't know what it's going to be, but that's it. Oh, you know what? Like, a random small one I really like is Vaporwave.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, that one. Research that, guys. Check it out.
Vaporwave. Cool.
Yeah.
You hear that, guys? Check it out. Vaporwave.
90s throwback music. It's pretty hilarious. It's all ironic.
Dude, this question is so hard for me because I just love music in general. Music is so powerful, bro. Like, it can move you, it can make you think and all this stuff. But is there a genre for, like, what is a genre for mixing, like, rap and pop?
Dude, that was like...
Rock.
That was like early 2000s music with like Limp Bizkit and stuff. What are you talking about?
Limp Bizkit? I never heard of that.
Oh my gosh, dude.
What is that?
Rage Against the Machine started it. I mean, is that what you're talking about? Where they like have guitars and then they start rapping?
Yeah, I like that.
That's a huge genre from the early 2000s, late 90s.
What's the name of it?
I don't know. It's like you said, rock rap.
Rock rap. Yeah, but I feel like there's a name, and I wanted to give the guys, the audience a name, but I guess we don't know.
I don't know what it is.
Okay, so have you ever heard Kanye West's not Paranoid? What is that song called? Robot?
I don't know. How's it go?
Damn, I can't even remember. How do you even sing that shit?
Well, okay, that's fair.
Oh, RoboCop. I'm sorry. It's called RoboCop. You ever heard Kanye West's RoboCop?
No.
Okay. That, if you listen to that, I'll play it at the end of the video. That's the kind of music I like. It's like he mixed up electro and a hip hop beat and just made this amazing ass sound. It's from his album.
Oh, electro or rock?
Not
and
rock.
Rap?
Not rock and rap. More rap and electro.
Dude, now we're talking, dude.
Yeah.
I like that stuff too.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about rock and rap.
No, I love that too, but
man,
my favorite would have to be that. Yeah.
Okay. That makes more sense. And I think that's becoming more and more popular because there's an EDM explosion right now. Like, dance music has gotten more acceptance now since Skrillex
and dubstep. That dubstep stuff,
dude,
yeah. Yeah, everybody's
he really
listening to that.
opened up a lot of doors, and Calvin Harris crossed over from being a singer.
Yeah, that's the type of shit I like right there.
Yeah,
dubstep
that's
shit.
like 2008, 2005, that era. Like, people started to like hear this stuff and going, okay, it's not so bad.
Yeah,
because they went through 2 decades of really hard times. Like, and dance music has always been kind of like the ugly stepchild of the pop music.
That's
world.
like what's that popular thing where you go and take a bunch of drugs and listen to music? It's like Life in Color.
Rave.
There we go. But what's that popular one that everyone goes to every year? It's like in Miami.
Oh, the Daisy Fest or whatever? I don't know.
It's something like that. Oh my gosh, why can't I remember anything tonight?
Yeah, no.
It's like Life in Color. You know what Life in Color is, right? It's like one of those rave things, but it's really popular.
It's a festival. It's an EDM festival. I know exactly what you're talking about. Because it was just here in Orlando.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was in the Citrus Bowl like 3 or 4 months ago. But it's a lot of times it's in Las Vegas. I know what you're talking about.
I'm mad I can't remember. But anyways, that type of music, bro. Love it. And I think that's a wrap for our first podcast, right?
Dude, that was really fun, dude. Good talking to you for sure.
Amazing. We're a little bit over 30 minutes, but you know what? So Wavy will find a way. I don't know.
That's good stuff. It's all good stuff.
All right, guys. Signing out. King Wavy. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot. See you guys.